Exactly, Frank Linton.
Right, either Frank Linton or Frank Clean.
I'm from Franklinton.
Franklinton.
I got the majority of my
I'm from
education.
Franklington. That's how you say it. I'm from Franklington.
Franklinton. He had it. Franklington.
Yeah, I'm from Franklington.
Franklinton, bro.
See, no, don't try to change it now, ho.
It's not.
I'm from Franklington.
I'm from Franklington.
Why you say it, boy? You said it like
I added 3 extra
like
syllables.
a slave to the system, boy. That's what you is.
I still say Henderson.
You a hoe.
Henderson.
Hennessy.
Yo, it was funny because like I was watching WRAL one night.
This nigga watched the news. He gay.
Gay as hell.
How the fuck am I
I'm
gay?
sorry.
Faggot ass nigga watching the news.
Go ahead.
I ain't saying a single damn story now.
No, come on, what about WRAL, bro?
Wow, that's disrespectful. Kind of.
Straight.
Nah, it's not.
Welcome to the Wavy Podcast. I officially just stole this shit.
First of all, you ain't about to steal
I'm
shit.
just playing.
Fuck you.
Well, since we're on the motherfucking way, hello, I'm Dre. This is DZN
This
Podcast.
nigga done started. Hey, tell the way. That's crazy.
And,
Wow.
Yeah, I got 3 guests in the building, and we just finished doing a little video. First, we're going to start off to my right. Introduce yourself, sir. Returning member to the DZN Podcast.
Yo, what's up? This is Damian.
First of all, before you finish, I need you to bring the mic close to the vocal, sir.
Oh, all right. Gotcha.
You can raise a stand if you need to do some extra shit.
I don't know how to do that, but we out here.
Ain't this like your expertise?
No, this is not my expertise, sir. I am not the sound guy. I'm behind the camera the majority of the time, setting up the composition, make sure the shots are okay, make sure the talents are good, and the vibes are good. With that introduction, my name is Damian Perry, the creative director, I guess, of this whole operation. And to my right, we have
G Wavington, G Wavy, Wavy Waterson, whatever, or Gary. We just got done shooting a little video, and I'm the CEO of dining operations here. We good over here right now. I brought had a little hors d'oeuvres, some cheese and crackers and shit. Everybody eating good right now.
wow.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we got. And to my right, we have a personal friend of mine.
I mean, yeah. Thank you for the introduction, sir. I'm Justin. I'll be out here. I'm poor though, so he talk about eating cheese and crackers. I ain't eating nothing.
You got a peanut butter crackers on your dresser, bro.
That's for when I'm really broke. I ain't got nothing left. So I'll be like, ooh. I got the munchies sometimes. I'd be like, do I really want to sacrifice it? Yeah, them late night hungers, man. It's serious.
I feel it.
Work up an appetite like playing basketball and exercising
of course,
and stuff,
bro. You missed my dunk the other day.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
You probably missed your dunk too.
I did. I got it the second time. I was proud of that.
But we gonna first start off with a beat that I made. So yeah, that's how we do this shit. So,
shout yourself
we
out.
about to have a cipher.
Like I said, I'm be honest though, I don't know which ones I'm about to play, so some of them sound like shit. Is what it is. But,
Bro, drop the beat, DJ.
Oh, this crazy.
This ain't like I can't play around. We gotta talk some serious stuff here. Listen, go ahead and start the cipher, bro.
I ain't got nothing to
I want to
spit.
put you on the spot, man.
You gonna put me on the spot? I ain't got
Unless you
nothing to
feel like
spit.
you Ooh.
Bro, this junk go crazy.
Got less than a minute.
Say we got less than a minute full of Popeye spinach. Popeye spinach. You ever tried it? It's pretty good. I'm sorry, man. I ain't had that before.
That really does go hard though.
All right, but anyway, we now officially started DZN Podcast. Let's make some noise in the building for us.
Hey, we could press buttons too. I want to press one.
But let's start with an intro to each of the people sitting around me today. What do each of y'all describe that y'all do well in y'all lives, per se?
We're going clockwise, counterclockwise.
No, go the same way. Go the same way.
Yeah, same way. So start with you, video man.
Okay, so that's essentially what I do. I'm a videographer, photographer. If you remember from the last conversation that we've had, I also do graphic work. So if anybody needs like an album cover or like any like posters promoting their work or their talent or their craft, hit me up at Archive DP. Yep, that's essentially it.
My man put his tag out there. This
Facts,
shit.
why not?
I mean, like for real, got to.
Me, I rap, I recite, I write. I just try to, walk the earth properly and maintain my relationships where they matter with the people closest to me. So it's deeper than just music with me. I do a lot. So I'm a brother, a friend, a new uncle. As of the 15th, my niece was just born. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Uncle Wave in the building, Justin.
I don't know, man. Right now, I'm just trying to finish school. That's the biggest thing for me. Just finish school, get ready to work. I had an opportunity to do something up in D.C. and just due to time that kind of fell through. But, I mean, just do film work, editing. But mainly just right now, just making sure I'm where I need to be when I need to be there, if that makes sense. It's just perfect timing for everything. Everything, again, similar to the situation that happened earlier today, everything happens for a reason. So it's just trying to exist in that time and enjoy the time I have with the people I'm with.
Facts.
I agree.
And that deserves an applause, as Pusha T would say. But so let's kind of run through what we just finished, since it took a couple days longer than it was supposed to. But certain things happen. But I mean, hey, if we would have finished, we wouldn't have met our friend earlier, our new friend earlier. So we never. Hey, look, everything happens for a reason, I guess, right? So if anybody wants to take the first go at it,
Well, I certainly will, because, I kind of am a little bit responsible for this operation as far as I hit Justin up, Justin is always in my ear about music. He helps me with my creativity, and he's helping me, with ideas for content creation and all of that. And Damian, I'm familiar with Damian. They helped me get with you, d.r.e, obviously, so we could put all of our talents and skills together. I do the writing and reciting. d.r.e, you engineer. You already had the podcast up and running. We know Damian is good with the camera and the graphics and all of that, and Justin is also good with the camera. And so we just decided to put all of that together so we can create some content that we can all appreciate and all use in our own way.
It's gonna be a lot of applause at this podcast, so if y'all don't like it, oh well.
Clapping it up, man.
Justin, you want to take it from there?
Man, to be honest, I'm just, especially in how all of this happened, is just really cool to be able to do something like Damian and I have done this in the past. If you look at Damian's YouTube, we did something similar, or a sort of a start to, with the freestyle that we did with an artist. But there's so many things that we've wanted to do up until this point that just haven't literally been able to work out. So for this just to even work out the way it did, and to work out well, not only that, for us to meet another person that's very well in tune with what he wants to do and everything like that, it's really cool.
Side note, shout out to J.Q.
Shout out to J.Q. Jordan.
Seems like a really cool homie. And,
Yeah.
It's very nice to meet him today.
Yeah.
It was weird too how he just kind of like showed up.
Showed up.
Like we were in the middle of like filming, and like we had literally just pressed record, and I think it was like the shoot that we were gonna use too until like
everything was going smooth, and it's just like, but I mean at the same time, like between yesterday and today, there's just been a whole lot of stop and go, and then the whole fire alarm that happened.
Yeah, let's go ahead and address that right now. So
Allegedly, a fire alarm happened while we were filming last night.
it happened.
I ain't hear no fire alarm.
Allegedly, fact, we were already in the room the whole time, so we didn't leave. But we could have used our time a little better in managing a light usage while we were filming and not filming. So, allegedly.
But at the same time, we were filming throughout, so I don't really think, be that as it may be as it happened, and obviously nobody got hurt, but it's just like, even the fact that take, I felt it in my soul. I was like, if that fire alarm never happened, that would have been the take.
Literally, we were about to press record. Like, my finger was like a centimeter away from the button. Yeah. And it was just like, nah.
And it only went off on like half the building.
For real. It felt like it was only in this room.
I mean, it was only one room with fire rappers in it, so I think there may have been some correlation.
Wow.
Hey, man.
Yo, that's funny.
All right. But yeah, man, just minor inconveniences like that just kind of throws off the process. And that was really the ultimate, like, deciding factor that we will continue to pick it up for today.
Yeah, because I could tell even when we were doing it, we were kind of down in spirits a little bit towards the end. It was like, but we came there with all the excitement and all the enthusiasm. But at the same time, I guess it's something, and I guess we kind of have to work on it as just partners with each other.
Our next video shoot is going to be fire.
Okay. Yes, our next video shoot is definitely going to be fire. But one thing that I tend to notice that we've done with a lot of artists is it's never the first day we do stuff and get stuff productively done. We'll get some stuff done, but it's mainly just like getting what do you call it before you hoop? You get the little shakes or whatever.
Warm up.
Yeah, you get the little warm-ups, all that out the way. And then that second run-through is always exactly how we wanted it to be the first time.
We was doing this on a Friday. Well, Saturday. It felt like a Friday anyway, but the way we was acting up. But it's kind of like we was all in like our own little moves and stuff, but some information could have been given a little earlier in the process that could have helped go a little smoother. Like, just I didn't know that you had to record your tracks. I didn't know how to do that. So not even a shot, just like in general, it's like, oh shit. I was like, damn, we gotta record it. Like, all right. And then like with those fucking latency issues and shit, figuring that out. But that went quick and smooth today anyway. So what?
I will say the one thing we definitely need to do more is just let things flow.
Yeah. Like
letting things, and again, that's not a shot at anybody or anything like that. It's literally just like some of the most creative times that we have are through mess ups or mishaps.
literally just letting things ride.
Yeah, and it's like if you let it ride for 10 or 11 more seconds, because I mean, like nothing is never ever really meant to be perfect.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, well, okay, according to like what we were initially trying to do,
right,
that's how this works.
Yeah.
However, in future projects, when you have a planned vision on like something that's like kind of set in stone, that's where you need to break down things to specifics.
Yeah.
It's cool to like have fun on set and like, you know, like it's cool to like fool around every now and again, but like when it initially comes down to it, like conserving space on like memory cards or like just trying to get the initial shots established.
I guess not necessarily in the filming, more so in the recording. Just like there was a lot of takes that if we would have just let it go like 10 or 11 more seconds, you would have like found your place.
Think so?
Definitely. Because again, it goes to, and we have this conversation all the time, for your ability to recover just in situations is just good.
You pulled it off, bro.
Yeah.
For real.
And it's like
Thanks,
I feel like honestly you only messed up the way you did sometimes literally just because one, camera, and two, just like you know it so much, if you mess up on one word, it messes up the trajectory.
Yes. If I mess up a letter in a word, it throws me off. Like I realize I'll hear it as soon as it leaves my mouth. It's like, damn, I fucked that word up.
Yeah.
And then it might just start a domino effect. I mean, I can recover it because as long as I know the material, I know it. But that'll still bother me.
Yeah, and I feel that though, and I guess that comes from how we talked about earlier about just how your processing is with words and wordplay and things like that. It's just like I want to get it out there this way because it'll hit the way I want it to hit. And if I mess it up, it won't have the same effect.
Exactly. Delivery is everything. You can have a great message. You can have great bars, great anything. Delivery is everything. And that's further than just music. Like in life, your delivery has to be good or your message will not be received properly.
Yeah.
That's in anything.
Yeah. You just have to be open at the same time that everybody might not understand the message you're trying to send the first time. So maybe it's good to do it a second time or a third time.
Yeah, that's kind of like communication, like basically our major and shit, right?
Yeah.
Learning how to put messages out in the environment that people receive them, that they get what you mean initially, but hopefully uncover the underlying meanings of what you're trying to send through your projects.
Yeah.
Each time.
I feel that. And I feel that with or at least everything, I feel like, Damian, you can definitely agree on this. Listening to something, I feel like everybody actually can agree on this. Listening to something a first 5 or 10 times, you're not going to hear everything that was meant to be heard. I feel like if you go away from a track for a long period of time and then come back to it, you find something new in it that you didn't remember the first time.
Are we referring to like things as a whole? Because like I'm a video editor, sir. I hear a lot of takes, like more than like 70 times, bro.
I'm talking about in the sense of music.
Okay.
In the sense of video terms, obviously.
I think we're like, I don't know. I was looking at it more terms as like a general thing, but like I totally get what you mean. Like in terms of like uncovering deeper meanings behind lyrics.
Yeah.
It took me a minute to what was that one line from Smuckers?
Oh,
Like
Smuckers as a whole.
Yeah, Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm staring at a tramp on lean, make my eyes jump. It took me a while to realized that was like a double entendre.
Yeah.
I was like,
Really?
bro.
Yeah.
That was
you didn't
really
catch that one?
no.
I caught
Like
that
there was
immediately.
so much slick shit that was in that one song.
A tramp on lean.
Make my eyes
Look
jump.
at it. Tramp on lean. Trampoline should have been in
Yeah,
your
that's
head
easy.
immediately.
That's easy. I'll say personally, just on Smuckers alone. Smuckers, honestly,
Hold on, wait. Can we make fun of him for his proper pronunciation again?
You just did it too, though.
Nah.
So
'cause
how you gonna
he
get off?
He said Lil Wayne. Lil
Yeah, it's
Wayne.
Lil
My God,
Wayne.
it's Lil Wayne. Lil
he's not in
Weezy.
Hollywood anymore.
Weezy
Y'all been
F.
dogging on me all day.
Nah, we
Lil
have
Wayne.
not. You haven't heard enough
No,
from us.
it was the Franklington thing.
Yeah,
That's
but
what
then
we
he
were
just
dogging.
said Little Wayne's
Yeah.
verse on Smuckers.
It's okay. You just say words out.
What's wrong with the way I pronunciate words, man? Like,
I mean, in this case, his stage name is Lil Wayne.
it's Lil Wayne.
So calling him Little Wayne, that's wrong.
I mean,
It's Lil Wayne, but in
he don't-
Hollywood,
he
it's
don't-
Little
he
Wayne.
don't care. He ain't gonna never hear that.
But
I'm sorry.
I'm over it.
Anyways,
All right, I'll let it go next
Anyway,
time.
anyways. Smuckers is my favorite Tyler the Creator song, just because he sort of, him and everyone else on the track literally attacked all the things that they attacked all the people that usually come after them about everything. It was literally just like, everybody says this about me, everybody says this about me, everybody says this about me. It is what it is. I appreciated it. I'm not going to say I agree with everything Kanye has done up until this point, but when I listened to Smuckers the first time, when he started doing the stuff he was doing, I was like, I understand. I'm not going to say I agree with it at all. Like, half the stuff he does now is definitely heck no.
Well, you're never supposed to agree with everything anyone does anyway.
Right.
You can disagree with something like your own family does. And it's like, yo, I mean, I love y'all, but I don't fuck with what you talking about, what you did.
Yeah.
So it's just like,
But at the same time, for me with that, I was just like, I'm not going to say I agree with it, but I definitely understand what he's saying. And it was just real. Same thing for Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne's verse, to me, was, besides him and Tyler's back and forth, was one of the hardest parts of it, just because of the weight. It was almost like old Wayne-esque, if that makes sense. Like, it's everything I wanted.
Tramp on lean line, that's a little glimpse of what Wayne would have done back in the day. Like, that's mixtape Wayne.
Yes.
That's not the Wayne we getting right now. Unfortunately, Wayne, if you're listening to this, still love you.
I mean, we not getting anybody's best right now, to be honest with you, though. I mean, we getting what we
That's
getting,
true.
but we ain't getting anybody's best. Like, you see, Kendrick is one of my favorite rappers, but we all know he dumbed down on Damn. Let's just keep it a buck. It was a good project, but he dumbed it down. When you
I don't know.
I don't know.
And if he did dumb it down,
go, it wasn't.
What
I ain't gonna
is-
say that much, but he dumbed it down.
What do you mean by dumb
what's your problem with Damn? What
It doesn't
what
last like his other two projects. It doesn't have the best replay.
You know what the problem with that is though? When you make something like, let's say, I don't want to come up with a bad analogy, but let's just say like a director's best movie. Or let's just say,
Use Quentin
I was about
Tarantino.
to use him, Quentin Tarantino in Pulp Fiction. That movie is so damn good, it might be hard to do that shit again
I'm not saying you got to,
or get close.
but you put out YouTube.
Okay, but-
two back-to-back classics.
but they not-
that's not normal.
Exactly. He had 2 back-to-back classics. That means number 3 can't be a classic just by the numbers.
Here's
Like,
the thing.
I wasn't looking
Here's
who's
the
for
thing.
dropping 3 classics back-to-back?
Here's the thing, though.
You can technically say Kanye did. You can technically say that.
You're right.
Yeah, he did.
Kanye different. Kanye didn't drop 3 classics back to back in modern, these days. His last 3
His
projects.
modern. His,
But he did. He did it.
His modern time, he did though.
But he did
No, back
drop-
then he did.
All right.
All
No.
of Kanye's previous
Okay.
albums are classics.
Okay, hold on.
His last 3 are not classics.
That's fair. Here's the thing. though.
Ye's not a classic. Life of Pablo's not classic.
Heck no.
Jesus is King. I ain't sit with it long enough. I don't think anybody's calling that a classic.
Of course not.
You could make the argument he's dropped 3 mediocre projects in a row.
That's duh.
I mean, I feel like Life of Pablo would have been received a little bit better if he weren't doing all that other stuff.
It's still a great album. Like,
If you weren't doing all that other
it's
stuff,
still a great album.
on
Don't get
his,
it ain't classic.
political.
But it ain't legislation.
We talking about the ear test.
It's not.
We talking about the ear test,
It's
not
college dropout.
controversy.
It's not-
what else he had going on? We talking about the ear
Does
test.
it pass the ear test?
It's okay.
Late registration, not late registration.
No.
Life of Pablo.
Life of
does it
Pablo.
pass?
Yeah.
For me, it does.
It passes me. It passes
For me, it does.
Like, I think my favorite song on the album is like Saint Pablo.
Oh, yeah, the last joint. Oh, the
Saint Pablo is like
Where
my
I'm From
favorite
flip.
I don't remember
Wait.
a lot of them by name because I just let them
Was
play.
Mine was 30.
Real Friends on it?
Yeah,
too?
Real Friends was
Real
on there.
Friends.
30
Saint-
hours for me.
30 hours for you. Saint Pablo. 30 hours.
No Love for Fade. Fade is probably the grooviest track on that album.
No parties in L.A.
No more parties.
No more
Okay,
parties.
let me talk about no more parties in LA.
Hold on. Before you say that, Father Stretch My Hands, Part 1,
Great.
Great.
of course.
Great.
And then they put part 2 and Designer Was Never Heard Again.
But no more parties in LA. So that was the single. That was at a time where we hadn't heard from Kanye in a little while, and then that dropped. And so where I was in my relationship with Kanye West, I've been wanting him to give me some bars again. It's been a while since I heard Kanye rap. So when that song dropped, I was like, oh snap. I heard the beat. I was like, all right, let's get it. In his verse, he's like, the writer's block is over. He says that in his verse. So I'm like, yes, it's time. Kanye's going to get back to when he would actually give us lyrics that moved us or that we gave a damn about. And then Life of Pablo drops and we don't get no goddamn bars.
I get the T-shirt with the asshole in the
Exactly. And I was just about to quote that. I swear I was just about to quote that. I'm like, okay, the writer block is over. Great, yay. Where they at? The writer and then, yeah.
That was late. That was later though.
Yeah.
The
Stupid.
T-shirt gave
I
verse.
say that as a joke, but I definitely understand. But again, this is what I'm talking about.
I mean, yeah.
so how can you compare that? Hold on, let's go back to what we were talking about originally, though. How you can compare that to Damn? Let's use Quentin Tarantino analogies, all right? Because that one I feel like worked the best.
What, like Pulp Fiction?
Pulp
to what
Fiction,
movie?
Kill Bill, Fire, right? Once Upon a Time in the West.
I would have rather said Django.
But it still gets the point across.
Sure.
Those are still all
He
fire.
has several classics.
I swear,
So,
like
That's what I'm saying.
all of them hit, but like he's a cult director. Like there's
Right.
only one type of audience that's
and
really
Kendrick-
watching his stuff. Quentin Tarantino.
Nah.
Like, there's only one kind of, like, there are the people who are like, I'm a huge Quentin Tarantino fan.
No.
And then there are some people that's just like, who is Quentin Tarantino?
right.
You know what I mean?
Nah, I'm just in the middle because then again, I'm not a movie dude.
But
though,
I mean,
so.
you could say this would
I'm
be a
a-
bad example, but
I'm
you
a
could
movie
say
dude.
Michael Bay is the same way.
Michael Bay, but, like, you don't need to know Michael Bay's name to know that's a Michael Bay project. Like, same way you don't need to know Quentin Tarantino's name to know that's a Quentin Tarantino project. But Michael Bay make the same kind of movies.
Do he?
Yes.
Yeah, he do. That last Six
You can-
Underground.
look, let me
Six
ask you
Underground was
something.
straight
Let me ask you
explosions.
something.
Listen.
Can you tell that Transformers and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were made by the same person?
You kind of can.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Michael Bay.
Very
Visually,
visually
you
different
can see
films. And you didn't need Megan Fox to make that correlation. You didn't.
You sound like you have beef with Megan Fox.
I got beef with Michael Bay.
You did not want her
Michael
in
Bay
the
is
movie.
garbage.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so that's what we're getting to now. Your real feelings.
I got beef with Michael
Hey,
Bay, bro.
we'll get back to this Kendrick Lamar. How you feel about Michael Bay?
I hate Michael Bay, bro. From the very first Transform, I was never on the Transformers vibe
really?
ever in life.
You ain't like Tyrese Park?
Hey,
Represent for black people.
Tyrese is funny in every
Tyrese
role
had
he gets.
all-
Yes.
Every last role,
Yes.
Tyrese is
Like,
hilarious.
Tyrese,
But he needs help though. Well, that's another conversation though.
Yeah.
look, man.
Can
I'm not gonna
can
say that I'm not gonna say Transformers didn't.
You
have
wasn't
its
fucking with
moments.
Bumblebee?
No, I wasn't fucking with any of the Transformers. Only thing I appreciate.
The first and second one were pretty hard.
The only thing I appreciate about those films is that they got the original voice for Optimus Prime.
Okay,
and that was the same
that's
dude.
small.
Yeah, but like that's the one thing I appreciate.
Things like
Let me
that
have
matters
it.
though.
Let me have it.
To fans of it. They want that familiarity.
Let me have it.
Okay.
It's like it's kind of like how
I mean, they did the
It's
same
Like
thing.
you know when they do it. You know when they do a
and how he got
sequel
the-
and they replace the character. Like when they took Tobey Maguire out of Spider-Man, I felt the way.
Yeah, it hurt because like Andrew Garfield had his own iteration of Spider-Man.
Right, Andrew
trash.
Garfield's was the worst.
I say he's the worst Peter Parker.
Yeah.
He was a great Spider-Man. However, he was the worst Peter Parker.
Aren't they the same person? I'm just kidding. I
I'm
get what
saying
you're
there are
saying.
two.
I get it.
I'm saying that there are
Okay,
two.
all right. If you had to choose between Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and
Tom Holland.
I was about to say Tom Holland.
As Peter Parker.
As
or
Peter
Spider-Man?
Toby.
As Peter Parker.
I'm picking Tom
Toby.
Holland.
I'm sorry, bro.
Wait, Tom was the most recent one. He was in
Tom
Avengers.
is the most.
I do rock with him, so I'm gonna put him second.
I think he's.
I put Andrew Garfield third.
I don't have a problem with Tom Holland, but
I feel like he does everything.
I feel like his Peter Parker and Spider-Man is really kind of watered down.
I
Well, okay,
heard
but
that
that's-
was more like the comics.
But that's what I'm saying.
That's
Like
what I heard. I don't know.
He's and again to the comics, I agree. But if you were to, and this is why
I get that
this
he's
is
in
why-
a different. Okay, look.
No.
From a-
Hold on, hear me out. If you were to somehow combine what Tom Holland and Tobey Maguire did together, it would be, in my opinion, the perfect Spider-Man.
Yes, but in the same sense, we never really had a Spider-Man film with Tom Holland. We
True.
never really had a Spider-Man
True.
film because, like, what do you know where I'm about to go to?
I think so. Go ahead.
They're all Avenger films.
Right, and this,
Like-
and I'll I guess turn it to this. If Tobey Maguire came out now and Tom Holland came out back then, we would hate Tobey Maguire.
I feel like that's no, you can't really compare that because they're dated.
Hate is a strong word. We would see Tobey Maguire films like we see Tom Hardy.
Yes,
Venom.
but no,
just completely
no.
separate.
Like I get the thing that you're trying to like. I get the point that you're trying to make, but like Sam Raimi's film is a very dated film
I agree.
because Tom Holland's Spider-Man is more the modern high school kid.
Exactly, and that's why I'm saying at that time we could have related to it a lot more.
Yeah,
Tobey Maguire's we couldn't really relate to because it was just like,
He worked for the newspaper. He's a grown ass man.
yeah.
yo, bro, Tobey Maguire was like 22 in high school, fam.
That's the only reason. That's the
Yeah.
only reason why his just looked the way, because he was old as shit.
Yeah,
trying to be fucking Spider-Man with
Yeah.
them big ass oversized high school kids and
But at the
shit.
same time, he didn't start the photography job in the movie. He didn't start the photography job until like he graduated,
Right.
And like everyone was doing their own shit.
But even
Everyone looked old, bro.
yeah.
I mean, but like
Mary
okay.
Jane looked like 25 going on 30.
What's his
man.
name?
You talk dang James Franco. James Franco, you talking about
No,
Harry?
not James Franco.
When we gonna talk about Uncle Ben?
Wait, you mean are you trying
Not
to
Rice.
Are you trying to
Uncle Ben.
are you trying to pick up the point that Uncle Ben wanted any of the new stuff?
No,
No, why would we talk about Uncle Ben?
because Uncle Ben's a significant character to the movie. I give a damn about Uncle Ben, and
Uncle Ben.
He died.
R.I.P. Uncle Ben.
Uncle Ben was only in the first Sam Raimi film. He didn't show up in any of the
Uncle
other
Ben
ones.
is the
But, like,
Stan Lee.
No.
He
Stan
about to
Lee
reach.
is Stan Lee.
He about to reach, ain't he?
Stan Lee is Stan Lee. And
Stan
he's
Lee,
in
no,
every
it-
single Marvel film. I get what she's saying, but like,
I'm about to say, come on now. Come on now.
but like,
You don't have to mention Uncle Ben
and
because he's already there.
okay, but all right, I do get what you're saying. From the quote alone,
don't need to scoot
with great power
need
comes
to
great
scoot up.
responsibility. Like that's a Stan Lee quote. Like,
Yeah.
come on now.
Yeah, again, that's quote, but like,
He ain't write it.
what did?
I'm saying from the persona of
What
Stan
did
Lee.
Uncle Ben do besides die that helped Spider-Man become Spider-Man?
Raised Peter Parker.
He was grown.
Right. Again, yeah. Wait. Okay,
Obviously, it's a time
which one?
lapse and
Which
shit
one are we talking
between,
about? Which one are we talking about? Because we talk about Tobey Maguire. Tobey Maguire, when Uncle Ben died, that one hit me.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's
the Uncle Ben I'm talking about. Remember, I'm a Toby guy. I'm talking about
That when he went and he went to go do wrestling or whatever, that was hard. I watched that again. That's still hard to me.
I can watch any of the same except for the third one.
Third one's trash. We don't talk about third one.
That was just funny.
we don't talk about third one.
But
Like
The second one was harder than the first one.
No.
I like the second video game better than the first one.
The second video game was
The second video game was crazy.
Because that first one, you couldn't. If you ain't know how to play, you couldn't even get off the fucking building. In the first one, if you ain't know how to play,
couldn't get off the building. You literally had to. You couldn't go on the streets in the first video game.
that shit was so ass, bro. I was playing that shit for like 10 minutes, bro. I was like, I'm taking this shit back.
Spider-Man 2 was the PS4 version of Spider-Man in 2003.
Yeah,
It really was.
It really was.
You mean the one that just came out?
Yeah, like Spider-Man 2 was that game for us. Like,
So they just re-released the same one for a 4?
I wouldn't say it's the same game, but like it definitely has the same type of vibe.
Definitely.
Like actually, they brought on programmers that program on the second one to the PS4. Like, and that to me is amazing.
I remember having to fight Dr. Octopus for the first time, bro. I was so mad when he whooped my ass, bro. Big ass claws and shit, man.
But like, okay. So the second movie had Doc Ock, Sandman.
Right.
Sandman was
third one.
But Sandman was a good one. He was a good villain.
Yeah.
They just brought in Venom for no reason.
I feel like if the Venom thing didn't happen, it would have been a solid.
And that was a bad iteration of Venom. An even worse song by Eminem.
Well, we all know Eminem is falling off for years now.
Although I will say this. Before we get into the Eminem thing,
This is the Bash Legends podcast.
Before we get into the Eminem thing,
Lil Wayne,
Tobey Maguire had no problem pulling females. Everybody else so far has. Tobey Maguire had old girl cooking cookies for him.
He had bitches.
I feel like that's more of a no, because
He still didn't get Mary Jane till
hold on.
old dude crossed.
No,
him.
he had
Mary Jane, bro.
But like the thing is,
her.
the point I'm about to make with the old girl making cookies in the third movie, she was sheltered.
So it don't really
pool
count.
is a pool.
It don't
really
count.
count.
No, because she was she was sheltered, bro. All she did was stay at home and take care of grandpa.
Yeah, that don't count, bro.
That don't count.
I could have pulled that too.
I mean,
It's easy to pull it when that's the only guy across the hall.
Do it.
Do it.
I don't
then.
live across the hall.
Where you live.
I live in my house, which we gonna keep off the internet. But
Internet, go find this house.
But like
Google Earth.
But like for real though, like it's
No, I
come
feel
on,
you.
that don't count.
I say it does. A pull is a pull.
He pulled Gwen Stacy that one time,
And he also killed her.
that's comics. And in addition, no, he didn't kill her. She died. She fell to her death. He didn't kill her. He couldn't save her.
He stopped her right before and broke her whole body.
He couldn't save her.
Right, but in the effort to try and save her, he killed her.
No, he was.
You can't save everybody, man.
Bro, like,
But he literally did, like, the web caught her and snapped her neck.
I'm saying he tried.
Right.
He tried to save her,
And in the effort to save her,
but like
he killed
when you
her.
say you kill them, that's
different,
implying intention of murder.
Intent versus impact.
You know
bro.
how they say manslaughter,
Involuntary manslaughter.
Yeah, this is the same thing. You can't just say he killed her when he was like, no.
I'm sorry. I apologize. He accidentally killed her in the effort to save her.
She died.
You know that's totally different than just blatantly killing somebody.
like, come on,
trying to
why I
save
said I'm
somebody's
sorry.
life and them dying is different than just killing them, Justin.
I'm just saying he
I feel
killed
you.
her by accident.
He ain't kill her.
In the effort to save her, he killed her.
Well, that's why when people are dying, you can't do nothing about it. You just gotta let them die.
Yeah.
On that note, Eminem's career is dying by the second, and it is getting scary out here for him. However, Music to Be Murdered By was better than his last two projects, but Eminem needs to go put his career in a casket because we don't need to hear him rap again. It's just.
But here's the thing,
he has nothing to talk about. He is talking about the same shit he's talking about a Kamikaze. He tried to be woke on Revival. That shit didn't work. All right.
I feel like it could have if the fans didn't expect that from him.
Man,
But
it's the
hit
promo that
#1
hurt.
though.
The promo that hurt. Niggas gonna buy his shit regardless. It's the promo that hurts. This nigga gonna go on the BET Cypher and say with a black fist and hold that shit for a good 10 seconds. Like, fam. Like come on.
Are you talking about when he did the Trump freestyle?
Yes.
Hey man, I was all for that. Fire that nigga up on TV.
That was
shit
cool.
was ass.
I mean,
It was alright.
That flow was ass,
Okay,
though.
even Vince was like, "Yo, no."
That flow was ass.
I mean, it was alright.
Vince
Nah,
wrote a
that was
tweet and he
ass.
was like, "I'm not with it."
Talking
But
about
it's him. He cool. But
Oh,
I feel like the fans are expecting too much from him right now.
Ooh, okay.
It's kind of like
Question.
It's kind of like you remember when
critics are expecting too
critics
much of him
and fans
because
fans
I
are
think
his biggest critics.
Good point, but specifically, I feel like a lot of his fans are satisfied with what he's done lately.
Yeah.
There's certain type of fans that like that shit where he just spit all the biggest words he can think of, and
That Joyner Lucas, Tech Nine, Old Logic, and
Current Busta
Logic's
Rhymes.
another
current
one.
Logic Rhymes.
Logic's another
Just the
one, by the
choppers.
way. We just going.
But like,
Logic is.
let's
that's
get back
another
to
one.
that
What
for a
he need to
second.
put his career in the casket.
Let's-
Yeah.
He done for all.
Yeah.
Nah, we just need old Bobby Tarantino. Like, old Bobby Tarantino.
Like 44 bars, part 1.
Yeah, Bobby Tarantino.
But the thing about Logic is, bro, you can tell that he's trying so hard, to be cool now. It's just sad. Like, yo,
I don't know, though. I don't know. Like, I see where you're coming from, but at the same time, I feel like...
What the fuck happened?
He got divorced.
That happened before he got divorced.
No,
Everybody
It did
came out
drop.
before.
Oh, it did.
It did.
Yeah.
Everybody came out before.
It did.
Let me play devil's advocate, and this is gonna be maybe a crazy take for some people. However, I feel like in this day and age, hip hop and rap is it is a black thing. Now, minorities, other artists of all types of races, ethnicities, they participate in it. Hip hop generally is a black thing. And I feel like being white in hip hop is kind of difficult, not for like the top white artists, they do huge numbers. But why I think it's difficult for them is because it's hard to be received by the black audience. It's hard to gain the respect and admiration of the black artists. Eminem did that for a long ass time with the help of Dr. Dre, G Unit, and fucking up Ja Rule a couple times. And, but these days, black folk, especially black Twitter, we are the hardest people to impress. I'm not gonna single them out. Hardest people to impress, especially, I don't want to make it a race thing, but it's just hard the way that the white rappers are rapping. In many cases, I just don't think it fits what we want to hear or what we like stylistically. Jack Harlow is an example of a good artist that I feel like can be appreciated for his work. I don't really care for what I've heard from Logic or Eminem of lately. They just don't seem that they are with the times. Jack Harlow is with the times. He doing his damn thing. He can
I feel
spit.
like, but those are two different. I agree with you, but this is my only caveat to that. Jack Harlow isn't where Logic and Eminem are.
As far as stature
Yeah,
and being popping.
And he might not ever get there.
Yeah,
that's a
shoot
fact.
down, but
Yeah.
just being realistic.
Like Jack Harlow is still with Rich Brian and like other artists that are still on the way.
But do y'all feel what I mean about
that's
it being hard for white artists to be received well by black artists?
Because Post Malone is having a great old time.
But Post Malone even doesn't.
I don't think Post Malone is received that well by the black by the black masses of music fans.
You're right.
But Post Malone don't care.
That's the point. They don't give a fuck.
Okay, look.
We're not talking about if they care. I was first just because this came from Logic. And I'm talking about why it's hard to be Logic or Eminem, because it's hard to impress a huge majority of the genre's fan base.
Well, the issue with Logic is he's half. And Eminem just white.
Right. And Logic identifies with being half black and half white all the time. And people, to a point now, it's just like, all right, bro, like, we get it.
Okay.
He says it so much.
Check this out, right? What those two have now that other white artists may not have is expectations. Because Logic and Eminem both have a history of doing very well with a particular audience that have grown a cult following too. Not necessarily a cult following, but an Eminem fan and a Logic fan.
Yeah.
With the expectations, when they're not met, it can be received as a very difficult thing to get back. Like, you can't get back that same respect. Like, since Revival, Eminem just hasn't really hit the same because we already know.
Well, yeah,
happened.
I see what you're saying.
And since
it's okay.
I'm not gonna say everybody is Logic's fall off album because
it is.
The reason why I say that is because he tried to switch up his persona. And like at that point, he didn't really care who listened to it. He just wanted to put it out there because that's what he was passionate about. Yeah. That's why I'm not gonna say it was his Fallout album. What I will say is his Fallout project is the new one that he tried to release.
Supermarket and Confessions of a Dangerous Mind.
Yes,
put out 2
because
last year.
He tried to get back that same energy.
Well, I feel like that started in Bobby Tarantino too.
Well, yeah, that too.
Because he literally had the whole Rick and Morty thing talking about, well, the people want this.
Yeah, and like he tried to, but on the Confessions album, he tried to bring it back like shit never happened. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like when you can't meet those expectations that you once had, it's just you kind of stuck with it.
But here's the thing though, reach the expectations according to who? Because we can say this all we want, but I guarantee you they're still selling out.
Look, I don't care.
And they're still, you see what I'm saying? So in the sense of, I guess, the most recent music, we can say what we want to say. But for instance, Fetty Wap fell off.
Well, Fetty Wap only had like one. He had like 3 joints,
2 or 3
joints.
Yeah, he had some bangers. But then like
we knew that was gonna fall off. We knew. We knew that shit.
Hey, Fetty said he coming back though. Yeah. He said 2020 he back on the shit.
Yeah. So we're gonna find out. But like he legit fell off like tours.
That's because that shit ain't his music ain't.
No, but I'm saying he
apparently had real life shit going on, and that's what he used to justify his hiatus. He said he had real life shit going on, but he's ready to get back busy this year.
He don't even have real dreads.
Wow.
Just fake.
All right, that's side note. I was gonna say another artist that you could say kind of fell off with 2 artists would be B.O.B. and Wale.
What happened to? I have a question. What happened to Trinidad James?
Trinidad James is still active in the scene. I don't know about musically, but I saw him actually. I saw him last April when I was in Virginia Beach.
He's intelligent with what he did.
He's wearing his perm on and doing shoe shows.
Yes, and Danny Brown did the similar thing.
Danny Brown, I actually know about.
Danny Brown cold with the shit.
Yo, my gosh, bro.
Danny Brown, for me, one of the greatest to come out of Detroit.
Understandable.
One of the greatest.
I'm glad your criteria got more specific because before Detroit came out your mouth, I was like,
you
kind of crazy.
Yeah. That's what I say. One of the greatest to come out of Detroit. In all honesty,
But
just
before
his
we
creativity.
keep on going on that, we gotta talk about how whack 2019 was, man. As far as mainstream releases goes,
there wasn't anything that was.
This goes to like this theory I came up with towards the end of 2019. I feel like personally, there's like a drop off in all types of media. Well, I ain't gonna say all, but these certain categories: music, TV, movies, content creation, like say art, graphics. It just seems like it's a big ass drop off everywhere. It's like nobody's making original shit, or the ones who are making it, they never get seen, or it's not popular. It seems like they're remaking and doing the same shit over and over.
I treat it like this, and this could be a bad analogy, but I don't care. The dunk contest.
The what?
The dunk contest.
I'm listening.
What are you talking about?
The contest where people dunk.
Well,
Okay, here's the thing. The last good dunk contest, in all honesty, was Vince's dunk contest, and then Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon. But that's just because it was like crazy stuff happening.
Well, you can't forget. You can't leave off Jason Richardson when he was doing this.
No, right. But what I'm saying is, there's those highlights in between. But I'm talking about like Jason Richardson's dunk contest isn't conversation dunk contest.
Why it ain't?
Because we're not gonna sit there and say that it wasn't a good dunk contest.
So
but at the same
Howard
time,
didn't happen either.
No, Nate Robinson happened. That's why it's better. Nate Robinson went back-to-back 3 times. That's a conversation. Jason Richardson's was nice, but it's not a conversation. Kobe's the youngest dunk contest winner. That's a conversation. Jordan versus...
Nah, he almost... any other year, he would have lost that shit.
Right. But again, that's why it's a conversation, because he did something that nobody did. He's the youngest to win it. Were his dunks crazy? Heck no.
So how does correlate to the rap game?
Once you've done a whole lot of stuff, when you show it again, it's like, we have so many different variations of that. It's kind of hard to find something new when we've done just about everything. Now, the new things that we do find, and this is what I was akinning it to, dunk contests that we do see that aren't in the NBA, crazy. With people who actually dunk for a living, like that's all they do is dunk, they do some crazy stuff. Artists that you don't see or you don't hear about that aren't mainstream are doing crazy stuff, like real bar for bar stuff. You said this earlier. You have a better chance finding some hard artist in a open mic night or just going downtown than you do actually listening out to the radio. Because for me, it's like you're not as hungry. And this could be me personally. I feel like once you've made it to a place to where you feel like you're comfortable, you're not as hungry. Drake even admitted, he's like, I got songs in the vault I could release for the rest of my life and be set. Because they know they figured out the code, they know what's gonna work. Meanwhile, you got people, i.e. you, Gary, and a couple other people that like spit some real stuff. And it's like, whew. But it's because he's something new that quote unquote hasn't been seen, but he has been seen. He's just taking a different variation about it. Drake's been seen, Kendrick's been seen, Cole's been seen. Yes, they are hard. No counting, no taking away from that. But everything is going to be a continuous repetition. So until we find something extremely, extremely new, and at the same time, even if we find that extreme new thing, we're going to squeeze the life out of it immediately. So it's like, that's why 2019 was weak. I don't expect much out of 2020 because unless artists really find a way to truly do something new, it's going to be the same repetitive thing. Lil Pump's going to come up again. Bryson Tilller's going to come up again. Tory Lanez going to come up again. Kanye's going to come up again. Drake's going to come up again. Kendrick and J. Cole might do something in between. J. Cole's busy doing his Dreamville stuff. So he's good. He don't care. He's not doing no more features for a while.
I think they're only dropping
speaking
one more
of
album each.
who Dreamville,
No, J. Cole and Kendrick only doing one more album and they're done, in my opinion.
I agree. They might
for
do
their careers.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, they don't like rapping anymore. I don't know if y'all know.
I don't want to say they don't like rapping because they have been
the industry. Industry. That's what I'm.
Okay. Could you say they're going to become the next Andre 3000s?
Nah, they put
I
out
feel like
albums.
Andre 3000's reason isn't for not making music won't really correlate with Kendrick and Cole.
They put out solo albums.
That's true. Andre never
So
put out anything.
Andre, if you saw the Rick Rubin interview or if you heard
I saw
interview,
part of it.
I saw parts of it.
He mentions that, going back to expectations, he mentions that he feels as if nothing he would put out would be able to reach the expectations that he has from other people that really listen to himself, because they put him so high on a pedestal. I'm like,
No, I agree.
like subject to doing that he's almost on like a godlike level of rap. That
He's the greatest to me.
artistry, not
Right.
just rap, artistry. Because I'll say this right now, Class of 3000 was one of the greatest shows to ever hit Cartoon Network.
Yes.
but
here-
at the same time, he feels as if that whatever he would put out wouldn't hit as hard as what he puts out in his features. That's why they're always in snippets.
I feel that and I agree with you. But I have this question for you.
Okay.
Is that why we consider Biggie and Tupac to also be some of the greatest?
No, because look, their careers were short lived.
Right. Andre 3000's career was short lived.
Yes, but for different reasons.
No. But here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying, and hear me out on this. We both know. Actually, all four of us know that there are artists that lyrically can spit better than Biggie and Tupac
Of course.
in both generations.
Yeah, I know. But
So do you think if they were still alive now, because they still would be alive now, making music, would they be making music? Probably not.
the type of personas that they have, I saw no signs of them actually slowing up in music. I really didn't.
Especially Tupac.
I don't know.
Like
I honestly
like I'm
don't
saying,
know.
but like I'm saying though, their careers are so short lived for reasons that we all know.
Right.
But like the type of way that they were moving, like I saw no signs of them slowing
I
up.
think Tupac would have quit.
Why is that?
I agree.
Because I think
politics.
I remember I don't know how accurate that his documentary movie was.
Well, you talking about like
The
All Eyes on Me?
That, but also like from like watching other interviews and stuff, he wanted to stop because of that contract. He wanted to he made so much fucking music. He was done, like the Drake thing, except he was really done.
Yeah.
He wanted to do like other shit, like activist stuff. Because Tupac didn't come in the game as just like a rapper. He came in as a poet, an art
he came as a
student.
poet, an actor.
Yeah.
Like I understand like why you would think he would have stopped, but I don't think he would have stopped making music. I just think
No.
he would've-
I mean, but okay. At the same time, J. Cole just said he's done making features.
Yeah, he's
Is he
done making
gonna
features.
be done making features? Of course not.
I think he's gonna still be in the music industry because he's not just a rapper; he's a producer,
right.
as
But
well.
but hold on. What I'm saying is, and this is what I go back to. Do I think Biggie still would have been rapping? Heck yes.
Of course,
Tupac, I don't know.
him and
But this is why, hold on. But this is why I akin it to Andre 3000. Andre 3000 was doing stuff and then stopped abruptly. Big Boy kept going. Big Boy's not selling out, but at the same time, Big Boy's not really completely falling off. He's made some stuff every now and again. He's been in some movies every now and again. And he's set. But the reason why we have Andre 3000 so high, truly, is because what he did was so extraordinary, and his wordplay and his creativity is just like, it's like lightning in a bottle, and we didn't catch it. But at the same time, one, he didn't allow us to, and two, the reasons why he left were legitimately like good reasons, and it's all acceptable. I feel like none of us can truly say something like, I feel like Andre 3000 left too soon. I feel like he left perfectly at the right time.
I mean, he did what he needed to do, and he's not necessarily gone, but like he just kind of comes back in increments.
Yeah, and I appreciate that though,
like,
because it's like you never get too much of him.
Has anyone listened to like James Blake?
Yeah.
Okay, so Assume Form, that album. Would you imagine Andre on that album? Like for anyone that actually knows what James Blake is about before like King's Dead, because that's when it started people hopping on to what he was. Reason why I found out about James Blake is because I watch a lot of dance videos, and like I just saw the sickest freestyle to a song called Retrograde, which is by James. And I was like, oh, wow, that's really cool. And then I started listening to all this other alternative music. Now, Andre is a bit of a wild card with the music guests he decides to participate with. He was also on, like, the Gorillaz album.
Yeah.
That was, like, he was on a Gorillaz single, which was like, what?
At the same time,
with Gorillaz. In addition to, he was also in Nerd, like No One Ever Really Dies, I think that was what it was called.
Also, he was in Anderson .Paak's last album.
Yeah,
so but at the same time, but it goes back to what I was literally saying. It's like the things he releases because he's like,
this is where I'm at.
Yeah. And the thing that makes me so happy about it is because everything he gave you in that song with Anderson .Paak was the exact same Andre 3000 that left.
Yeah.
But if we had that on a consistent basis, we wouldn't appreciate it as much. That's literally what I'm saying. That's why I appreciate it. And that's why he will go down forever as one of the greats, for me at least.
Yeah.
Because it's like, absence makes the heart grow fonder. We all know this. Mm-hmm. If you have an artist, prime example, Isaiah Rashad. You know I love Isaiah Rashad. You know I love Isaiah Rashad. I love Isaiah Rashad.
You were so bad about that kitty.
Isaiah Rashad hasn't released an album in how long?
Probably about like 3-4 years.
Exactly. He hasn't done anything with anybody in how long? He's supposed to been dropped this album like last year. I'm still upset about that. But at the same time, I appreciate the fact that he's going through, but he's trying. I'm going to make sure this is like the best album I can create. Yeah. Because again, it's one of those things of, you know, you have a fan base, you know, you have artists, but you want to make what's best for them. Going back to Eminem and Logic and them, that's why I say I agree with you, Gary, when it comes to that, because it's like you're appealing to an artist that's not your race.
Of course.
You're trying to, and Eminem doesn't have to, because Eminem went off the gate, was like, and even when 50 said it, it was like confirmed. Eminem's better than half the rap game that exists, lyrically.
Nobody's debating this, by the way.
Right.
At one point, people would definitely debate that now, that he's not lyrically
but you compare
skilled as a lot of people these days.
Could you compare old Eminem? And I've never actually done this now that I think about it. Could you compare old Eminem to new Eminem?
Compare them as far as how?
I don't think so.
For
like,
old Wayne versus new Wayne, we can compare those.
Mm-hmm.
But I could also
could we compare old M and new M?
Yeah.
But who would you side with?
Old, always.
Really?
Yeah.
Old M had actual content. New M talk about the same
cases,
shit every album.
Every artist, we're gonna say we want the old thing back.
Nah.
In most cases,
I would
give
take
me an example.
I would take
you
new
want
Busta
old 2
over
Chainz
old
back?
Busta.
Do you want old 2 Chainz or new 2 Chainz?
It depends. We got to be a little more specific because, you know.
I would take.
Are you talking Player Circle 2 Chainz where I wasn't familiar with his work, or like 2 Chainz where we first began to know him as 2 Chainz?
Like Titty Boy 2 Chainz?
We say Migos. Me personally, mixtape Migos over culture.
Yeah, of course.
Ludacris,
definitely classic Afro Ludacris over.
I would say I I would say Busta Rhymes. I would take new Busta Rhymes over old Busta Rhymes.
Not true.
When was the last time we got a Busta project?
Conglomerate versus
How old, Busta?
that was
Past the Kavar shit was
After
shit.
he cut his dreads off, he was not the same dude.
yeah, but
But like at the same time,
can you keep up?
Yeah, I loved.
I like new Busta, the Abstract and the Dragon.
Not saying he didn't put out good music.
Project with Q-Tip was good.
Fire.
Listen,
But still, it's not better than Prime Busta. It's not.
But listen. Like, I don't really agree with the conversation
Scenario?
of like.
I see what you're saying now. I see what you're saying.
09, he had Back on My BS. That was a good project.
But that was we're talking about
all his best stuff. Busta's not a good example because you're not gonna tell anybody who's familiar with Busta's discography that 98 extinction is the word. I can talk English. And then he had
I
Genesis.
knew exactly. Yeah,
That album was crazy.
The whole album.
When Disaster Strikes, this is crazy.
Yeah.
The Big Bang was in 09. That was 06. That's when he had Touch It.
Oh my gosh, dude! Touch It, right?
But
Going back
A-Rap
to like
money.
going back to the remix conversation that we had like yesterday.
He had 7 remixes for Touch It, and they were all fire.
Oh my gosh, dude!
But that's what I'm saying. But that's new.
That's not new.
It's not.
I consider that to be new.
Well, look, man, I don't
Touch
really
It,
agree
Touch
with
It was 06. It's 2020, dog.
I'm saying, look, I don't really agree with the new old conversation because like it's still them.
You ain't gave me an example of an artist that
You didn't
is
let
now
me.
that okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead, please.
Like,
And you still ain't got one.
bro. Okay, so
do
like,
it.
let's say this: new, old. This is probably stupid to you guys, but it means a lot to me. Childish Gambino, new, old Childish Gambino.
Well, this one,
Old Gambino, trash. New Gambino found himself. Literally found himself. Like through every project Gambino has released, he has always been himself. Always.
What's his last project called again?
Awaken My Love.
Great project. And so
Because
in his
the
example,
internet, royalty, Kuwai, Stone Mountain.
Camp doesn't get any love.
Camp gets love for Bonfire, and that's because of white kids.
Yep.
Literally, it's because of the white audience. And essentially,
white audience, we love y'all.
he didn't actually,
Shout out to white people.
he didn't shit on his white audience. He was aware of it was like target following. Like he just spoke about what was happening and like who he was actually being neglected by and who was fucking with him. There's nothing wrong with that. How many?
So I'm not familiar with that project, but based off of what you just said, who was he saying pretty much to water it all the way down?
No,
the
I'm
white
saying,
folks was
like-
rocking with him and the black folks weren't?
No, I'm saying like I don't agree with the new old conversation because that person's
No,
always
but
going to be that
question.
person.
That question specifically, is that what he meant? Is that what he's saying? The white folks were fucking with his music, but the black folks really weren't?
I'm saying that
Some-
there was
some
a
bars
higher demographic in his audience than one other.
Okay.
In
and
addition to that,
and it was
that's
white.
basically saying
It was
the
more
white
white
people
folks than
mess
black
with
folks.
Yeah, sure.
That is okay, but he got to look at himself because first off, Childish Gambino's from where?
Atlanta.
All right, he was living where? You know what the fuck going on in Atlanta.
Yeah, but he started music in NYU.
I didn't hear no Atlanta
literally-
shit from him, which is okay because
literally-
you can be
what are
unique
you
to your
talking
own
about?
sound.
Look,
But what I'm saying, you have
he
to
didn't
know if
start-
you know a certain demographic likes a certain thing, you're not catering to that. I have not heard, very rarely
You
do
don't
you
ca-
listen to some Childish Gambino and be like, that's hard. I'm
I'm
not saying
saying-
it's not good, but you don't say that's hard.
But I'm
or
saying,
he don't say
though-
no shit like, He don't have nothing like that.
Yes, he
Not
does.
supposed-
Not in a long time.
He's not supposed
but
to. That's
but
not
like
his-
at the same
it's not
time,
him.
it's not. Look,
I'm addressing the audience preference part.
here's the thing. I believe musicians don't have necessarily the responsibility. This is just me. They don't necessarily have a responsibility to cater to a certain audience. They just want to cater to whatever they feel as if they want to make.
That's not
Right, but that's true. You have creative freedom over whatever you want to do. Make the music you want to make, but don't be surprised
if audience
it's not being
Yes,
received
but like
by
that
a
wasn't the
certain
original
group.
conversation. You flipped it to that.
No, I didn't flip it. I asked the question because you made it seem like
No,
the black people wasn't fucking with his music.
That's literally basically what you were saying.
What I was saying is that he has always and truly been himself through every project that he's had. And that consistent energy is what makes him a great musician at my point. I can't really pick between old and new Gambino because he's always only been himself.
Okay, give us another artist then.
Another artist?
Give us another artist with that similar thing.
I will say him. I will say Eminem. He's always been himself.
I don't know.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that.
Because, okay, Revival. Do you really think he would intentionally fuck up his career just to target to some people that he didn't like?
Yes.
Why?
Fans, money,
Fans,
sales.
money,
Well,
but like
okay,
no, because he knew. Like, come on, bro. Eminem knows what kind of fans he has.
I see what you're saying.
Being
Because
woke is cool.
we could say someone like Drake, or we could say someone like
I miss the old Drake. I miss the old Kanye.
no.
Like,
But
Valid
I see. But
statements.
what I'm saying is, I see what you're
Two
saying.
valid statements.
I
heard.
miss what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. Like, I see where you're coming from as far as staying the same. But what I'm saying is, artists that are known, a lot of artists that are known, they say they don't cater to the audience, but a lot of them do.
why do you think that is? Is it because that they have to?
Sales.
It's because this what makes them money.
Yeah,
Blueface,
okay, that's what they have to do, though.
Blueface literally stated, he was like, bro, if you want to make it, this is a terrible example, but I'm using this because it's the only one that's coming to my mind. He's like, if you want to make it, you got to do what the audience says.
Okay,
More or
sure.
less. This was also in the same conversation that if you're a comedy dude, you can't have a hit
Okay, but what I'm saying
because
though,
you're comedy,
like,
and that's what people know you
was
for.
Which
okay.
is
Let's say
wrong.
this. Let's
I
say
also
this.
agree.
Let's
That is
say
wrong.
this. Was Blueface riding trends?
Yes.
He's a
Is that
plant.
him? Is that really himself? Do we
Did,
know?
real quick, did
Do we
Blueface
really know?
Blueface not hear Lil Duval? What is the song?
Living my best life.
Did he not hear that
But
shit?
first
Duval's
off,
a fucking.
Duval, well, you can't even put Duval in that conversation because Duval has hits. He has multiple hits.
I'm gonna look at it.
Well, that's
in the
a
way,
comedian. That's a comedian
right,
who
right.
stepped into the music lane and had a
it's
successful track.
Huge success.
Blueface is very wrong. Anybody can have a hit. Anybody.
Yeah.
Well,
Because-
let's slow that down. Let's slow that down. It's a lot that goes behind the hit, but just having a hot song. You ain't just about to have a hot ass song and like, yo, shit, this is a fucking hit. It's gonna
But
blow
here's
up.
the
I'm
thing,
with it.
and this
But Lil
goes.
Nas X is a perfect example of anybody can have a hit.
You really think that wasn't manufactured?
What do you
I don't
mean?
think it was.
because like literally
the way-
he blew up off the TikTok video.
But
Literally.
this is what I'm saying. This is what it comes down to. I guess manufacturers is I feel like the wrong word to use. That was just
Planned.
definitely. I could definitely see how that was planned.
That's all I'm saying. Like,
But that's what it comes down to again. But this goes back to the conversation you were talking about earlier about people disconnecting and things like that. The only way you make it is if your song gets played. I don't care if you don't like a song or not. If it gets played often enough, every time you get in the car, you're gonna like it's gonna get stuck in your head. That's literally how it works. And you pay for those times. Gary has songs. We know this. You have songs. The thing is this. If he pays a person $1 million to play his song 100,000 times this year, I guarantee you he'll be top 15.
My numbers are gonna go crazy.
Right. But he don't got $1 million.
exactly the point.
You don't know that.
That's what them niggas be doing.
You don't know what I got.
The people that they signed to have money.
Listen, I
They
don't
pay
think,
the money out to people so they can play their shit.
Right.
Good,
Yeah.
bad, or indifferent.
But
If
Nas
the-
wasn't signed at
Yeah,
that point.
Yeah, Nas
Nas,
wasn't
Nas
signed.
literally blew up off the TikTok video,
Yeah.
and TikTok went crazy.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why he popping off like he is. And then like he used that momentum to further what's the album name? It wasn't Panini, that was the single. But like
7.
Who
Yeah,
knows?
7.
Who knows?
Yeah.
7 was the album, and that
Never
album
heard
did
nothing.
tremendously well just off the fact it
Yeah.
was Lil Nas. Not necessarily because it was
Lil
good, which it
Nas.
turned out to be really good. It
Lil
turned out to be
Nas,
better
not
than
Little
expected.
Nas.
Wait, what?
Look,
You did it again.
shut up. it turned out to be better than what most expected,
Wait,
right?
wait, what?
He even got a remix feature with the baby.
Baby, yeah. Lil Nas
That
X
visual
album
was-
that doesn't hold much weight. Baby did 6,000 features in 2019. I do respect Baby as an artist, and I do respect the feature, but that don't mean nothing to me that he had a Baby feature. Baby did thousands of features.
Wait, that was a good
Either
project.
way,
to you?
though.
But I will say I respect why Lil Nas did it. He struck the iron while it's hot. Baby's gonna be hot for a minute.
Baby struck the iron while it was hot.
Yes.
They both did. That feature makes perfect
Yes,
sense.
but,
Let's
like, the
both
thing
do it.
is, the
Fuck it.
Baby-
We're both hot.
The baby and like Lil Nas,
Thank you.
because y'all on some weird.
Yes, not
Ish.
little.
But like they both blew up off different platforms. Like one platform is for literally anything. Literally anything. Like TikTok is
You can literally put that
Yeah.
out there.
SoundCloud. It's hard to get popping off SoundCloud.
Because they changed the algorithms.
It's a little hard to get popping off of
They
SoundCloud.
changed the algorithms
I
on
don't, I
SoundCloud.
don't know.
Like
I don't know. I'm
I don't
gonna
make music.
disagree with you there.
I don't make
We got
music.
people at William Peace University doing numbers on SoundCloud.
Yes. Yes.
They're doing numbers.
Numbers.
Yes, but
Like if they were to take a tour
Like-
overseas, they bumping numbers.
yeah, but at the same time,
Am
it's
I
not
wrong?
like are they getting in the independent world? Like I can see that really popping off. But if we talking about, and I'm not saying that actually matters, getting signed or like actually getting sales, what is that looking like? I'm not saying this actually matters, but I'm just saying, what is that looking like? Like global mass numbers.
But that's,
Yeah, globally, no. You
That's
know,
what I'm
they're
saying.
gonna
Like
be
the baby popped
subjective.
off. The baby popped off global numbers, essentially off SoundCloud.
no, he popped off global numbers when
'Cause
he
he
killed a
shot
man and
somebody.
it's self-defense. But this is no, seriously.
I get it.
But
I
this-
get how that correlates.
But hold on. But this is the conversation I was having with you the other day. The baby found his way, struck the iron while it's hot off being who he was. Like literally, that's there's nothing media about that. There's nothing manufactured about that. You literally get in the news about you killing somebody in self-defense, and it's like, oh, he's an artist. Let me go listen to his music.
Yeah.
And then literally from that, literally from the moment he beat the case,
It's odd.
I'll accept
off.
it. I'll
That's kind
accept
of
it.
weird to me, honestly.
it's not though.
It
It's-
is. I'm gonna explain why. So, a black man shoots somebody in a fucking Walmart. You get off with self defense, and you just magically start popping everywhere afterwards. That's weird.
One, it's not weird. Two, he was already known in Charlotte. That's the thing. He was already known in Charlotte as Baby Jesus. He was coming up as Baby Jesus. He changed his name to the Baby literally right before. Like anybody will tell you, like in Charlotte, like
He was actually popping off in
Yeah, he
Charlotte.
was known. He was doing numbers.
And he was
in Charlotte.
actually coming up
Yeah.
in Raleigh.
This was literally the point of like takeoff. Like how the situation happened, he was already on
That
the way
shit
up.
happened so fast.
but speak more to what about it's weird. Obviously, generally a black person, I get it. He could have
Right.
that judge's decision could have went the other way. He could have been locked up and ended up not being this huge global star that we know. But what is really weird about it to you?
Cause all right, he did that. Pop out of here afterwards. Should came out of here. All right, album came out, did well. All right, cool. now,
Are you referring to Kurt?
yeah.
Okay.
And like I said, now he's doing like numbers and stuff, but the police, the police starting to trail that man as of late, and they like tailing homie, which means they've been watching him, which means they about to clip him soon.
I don't know what's to come for the future.
If he don't like wise up and stop, not necessarily him, but him and his people stop doing what they be doing, whatever that may be. But
I don't think they doing nothing all that crazy.
it
I
doesn't.
mean, I know that
it's just
I know
one
that
thing.
one dude like incited an incident in a mall, and then they handled it
Sorry about that.
in
My
a
father
weird.
called.
No, that's all cool.
Shout out to Dad. Love you.
What was Buddy's name? The dude from Charlotte, his rap, Cam Coldheart. That's what you talking about.
Shit.
Yeah.
Cam Coldheart.
That homie, yeah.
What?
You remember when the baby beat Cam's
Oh,
in the mall because Cam incited
Fried
that
me.
incident,
yeah.
and like he won't gonna pop back. So like at that moment in time, like not necessarily like what do you do, because you can always turn a blind eye.
Yeah.
However, but like if like the media already knows you one way, why would you really switch it up?
Hold on.
Like,
hold
he
on.
always gonna be that real dude.
To stay out of that real dude's gonna be in jail.
Here's the thing, though. This is where I'll say I agree with you.
Cause he about to do all this shit for nothing.
No disrespect to her, but Cardi B was doing stuff for the longest time.
Oh, of course.
She had a name for herself already. She was getting money already. She wasn't struggling that bad. She then comes on the scene and has people write for her, do music, then starts writing her own stuff, leaves USA, does stuff in South America, makes more money off that, then comes back, gets with one of the Migos, who are the hottest right now. That's a little more manufactured, I think,
Whoa.
than a person dying and then the other person gets famous off of a person. Bro,
It's not them dying, it's the fact that they just let them go off of self-defense.
I mean, yeah, but it was self-defense.
and then on the later, for when they found him with the bag of weed and stuff, like some weeks ago, it was for that some shit he did in Dallas.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. He's doing okay.
That's an old warrant they pulled up.
But this is what I'm saying. The thing about the media is, and everybody knows this is why Chance is unsigned. This is why Jay-Z
Allegedly.
He's unsigned.
Allegedly.
Whatever. Snoop Dogg's doing his own thing. Jay-Z's doing his own thing. Kanye is crazy. All these things. Because all of them understand, including the baby, and he's now understanding this, that if people want you gone in the upper echelon, you will be gone. If people want you famous in the upper echelon, you will be famous. The only people that get to write that shit when it comes to media is them. Now, they interchange all the time. We never see it happen, but that's because we're not there. Think about that. That's what I want you to really think about. Do a lot of these things happen? Of course they happen. But a lot of these things happen just like they happen for a strange reason, like TikTok for Lil Nas, or a person dying like the baby. Both of them blew up because of it. Now, I'm not saying that portrayal, because we use this term all the time. Niggas die every day. But because the baby was famous already in Charlotte, he already had a name in Charlotte. Lil Nas didn't have a name anywhere. Then TikTok showed up. Then that came out. Then he was good. That one I can kind of see a little bit more of manufactured. The baby was already known. Cardi B was already known. They didn't have to do what they did, but they did it anyways. Now, Cardi B was already rapping before. She was already going at Nicki before. But in and of itself, those two are like They were gonna get there. They just did something that made them go. Lil Nas is the one that would, as you say, I could raise my eyebrow like, I don't know.
But you kind of agreed to my point with or without knowing it. You, as you said, they're gonna allow certain people to be famous and not to be famous.
Oh yeah, that's
kind of the point I was kind of saying, and without all the way saying it, that's what I'm saying. Like, they're gonna let him do all this shit. They're gonna clip him. Yeah, that's kind of what I was alluding to.
But here's the thing:
I caught that silently. I knew what you were saying, but
personally, I feel
I wanted to know the real reason why you saw everything as weird.
If the thing,
because we can really honestly say the whole music industry is kind of manufactured. If you really want to try to keep it a buck.
Yes and no. Yes, and it's manufactured as far as here, but I'm talking about the rest of the world. The rest of the world doesn't run on us. We run on us. No. That's why it's sheltered the way it is. Now, okay, if you do #1 on charts all over the world, that's impressive. The other thing you got to remember too is how often have you traveled outside of the world?
Granted, a lot of people don't even get that opportunity.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So if you're doing charts out of the world, that's not manufactured. That's not. Kanye has become bigger than life. Muhammad Ali has become bigger than life. O.J. Simpson has become bigger than life. All through controversial situations, but worldly known. That's not manufactured. O.J.'s case was not manufactured.
The argument could be made against that. But I think controversy definitely helps boost clicks.
Yeah.
Because
discussion, anything.
I think Kanye was popping off.
Kanye was popping off
before all his controversy.
Yeah, but his controversy started when he said Bush doesn't care about black people.
That's a fact.
That's when it really
that is really true. What
everybody was like,
what year was that?
Michael Myers.
So before like 808 Heartbreaks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Because he was doing like because he went to Japan and met up with Tekashi.
After Amber Rose, we lost it.
No, we got Fantasy after that.
After Amber Rose, we lost them.
I mean,
hold on, wait. What you say? All right.
Okay, is that a bad thing?
What do you think about Fantasy? Huh? What do you think about Fantasy?
It was okay.
My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
My Beautiful Dark Twisted
Fantasy.
That's
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
watch your mouth.
Fire.
But what I'm saying,
think he was talking about?
I don't know, to be honest.
Yo, I was like, where you?
And you can't just call it fantasy.
Yeah,
nobody does that.
You gotta use the entire.
Yeah, I personally, and you know this, I play my Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy all the time.
My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, to me, and I think to a lot of people, that has to be a top 10 hip hop album of all time.
That album literally has my favorite visual to any music video ever. You know which one that is?
Runaway.
No.
Power.
Yes. Power is my favorite visual.
Have you heard the Power remix?
Yes. Oh my.
With Swizz Beatz?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
Okay, look.
There's a lot of remixes out there.
I know, but like Power, to me, that song is essentially where Kanye identifies his place in the music industry as a whole. And that visual confirms it. Sure. Hype Williams is one of the greatest video directors, like for music videos.
Definitely. Yeah.
Ever. Of like, I'm not gonna say of all time, but
yeah,
he's in the Hall of Fame.
Side note, any of y'all know about Griselda?
Yes.
Did you see that new video about Hype Williams that they did?
Nah. I gotta check that.
Never mind. I'll show you afterwards. We'll talk about it another day.
Okay. Griselda is definitely fire. They had a huge 2019 as a group. They did very well.
Their problem is they're on shady.
What's wrong with that?
They're gonna try to modernize them, and it might not work. And they're gonna try to probably do it wrong because they don't know how to do it because they haven't done it successful with anybody else.
Honestly, I don't think Griselda's I would hope they're being up under Shady because I think they're still a part of Rock Nation too, as far as
Benny
management.
is.
Benny, yeah, right. It's just Benny now.
Because Benny's not signed to Shady.
Right. But Griselda is, which is odd, but I get it. I think they're gonna be straight. Like them three as a group, they seem very true to what they want to do. Like they have a very authentic sound, and they are very serious about their craft, and they're serious about authenticity. I don't see them being signed to Shady affecting their sound, because like what Slaughterhouse is still on Shady, right? And Slaughterhouse, though they're not huge, they seem to stay true to what they want to do while being up under Slim Shady.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean,
nah, that's why they didn't blow up like they should have.
But
I think they didn't blow up like they should have because it's not as much of a market for Slaughterhouse. How do you market them?
If Slaughterhouse could have been Griselda before Griselda, if they would have did that
Right, but mind you, Griselda is still like, as far as they're getting bigger, but as far as stature and how big you can be in the rap game, Griselda is like, I don't want to call them local and disrespect them, but they're not huge yet.
No, you're right.
You can go outside and say Benny the Butcher, Conway, Westside Gun, or Griselda. A lot of people are still not going to know them.
That's why, unfortunately, they may have to do certain.
And same with Slaughterhouse, though.
yeah, Slaughterhouse, you're not going.
Though Slaughterhouse and Griselda, the people that are going to know them are going to be like the hip-hop purists, the people who are into the essence, the true essence of hip-hop. And it's like that the casual hip-hop listener, they're not going to know Slaughterhouse or Griselda.
It's true. I agree.
The casual ones, though.
They're not going to know everybody. They're not going to know everybody. Or they're not going to know everybody in Slaughterhouse. You ask most people about Slaughterhouse, they'll be like Joe Budden.
The generations, and I hate even using that because I'm young. I'm only 25. But like I feel generational differences when I get around people younger than me, and they let me know there's an age gap. There's people, ask high schoolers now, or people who are just getting to college. A lot of people, even they might call themselves hip hop fans, they're not gonna know Joe Budden.
No,
they're people who we feel like they should know, and
if they do know Joe Budden, they're gonna know because of the Migos situation
or Lil Yachty.
Right.
They're not gonna know, and
they won't even know him for Pump It Up, which is crazy.
Right.
You should at least know him by Pump It Up. They won't even know Pump It Up.
That came out in like 2004 though.
No, but still, so that's still his song. Even when you get, how bad do you have to have a song for you to beef with Jay-Z? He hop on, make a remix, and it's still not good. He puts his remix on his own video game in 2K, what was it, 2K13. He put his own remix of Pump It Up on that, and you still didn't like it because it wasn't better than his original. I'm just saying. But again, most people ain't gonna know that. Most people now think Joe Budden's a meme, or do they know him for his podcast? And even then, everybody's still like, Joe Budden's podcast is one of the hardest podcasts that's out.
He found his niche.
He did, but it took him a minute though, because he was still doing music, and some of his stuff wasn't terrible, but not all of it was truly hot, in my personal opinion.
He didn't.
But his freestyle, his freestyle he did, his Slaughterhouse freestyle he did was hard.
How did you guys originally find out about Joe Budden?
Pump It Up.
I knew about Joe Budden already because at that time, you know, we were gaming. Joe Budden was in Def Jam.
Vendetta.
Pump It Up was in that game, I'm sure. Joe Budden, he was just around because I was watching TV. So you would see Joe Budden, you would see the Pump It Up video on BET. Joe Budden was just around.
I was literally going to say that the only reason why I even knew who Joe Budden was because of that game. A lot of artists that were like known around that time, like I didn't listen to a lot of rap other than like Eminem and whatever my dad played. I didn't know any names until that game came out. So like I was just interested in how you guys found out about the artists that you guys know.
I found out, I hopped in late into rap, but my dad's a huge fan of Joel Ortiz. Shout out to my father. Also, shout out to Joel Ortiz if you're listening. Appreciate
Shout out to
you.
black dads that introduced us to the game early.
But yeah, it was my dad would always play Joel Ortiz, and I was like, "Who's Joel Ortiz?" He's like, "Let me show you something," and I just instantly it was like Joel Ortiz. I latched on to Busta Rhymes, then everything. I found Joe Budden, but the thing about Joe Budden for me, I always liked the freestyles he did.
Yeah.
I always liked his music. I was like, whatever, get the fuck out of here.
But
like
music, man, he made like.
But his
sad music.
freestyle, yeah, his freestyles were hard to me. His freestyles were hard.
Yeah.
But then again, you get the rest of Yellow Wolf. I found out on Yellow Wolf because of Madden 08 or 09 or something like that. That's how I found out Yellow Wolf. What's the drummer? Barker, Travis Barker. Travis Barker, Yellow Wolf, Tech 9.
I found out Tech 9.
That's literally how I found out all of them. I didn't really get into like Joey Badass or any of them until I really got here. And that's because of Eddie. Shout out to Eddie. We appreciate you. But yeah, I didn't like Beast Coast, all of that started like here. But then it goes again. All of the thing about, I guess, to yours, though, to that was about how they're not popping up. Beast Coast got hot because they all stayed connected. What is Slaughterhouse connected to?
Shady.
Right. What was Shady's group called?
D12.
D12. What's D12 connected to?
Eminem
Right.
in Detroit.
And
But like
Shady Aftermath.
didn't they have
But-
that one shoe line that they all wore?
anyways, Beast Coast, they're their own groups and they're their own separate entities, but they're connected. Not only are they connected, they truly, truly promote each other. And they're not based off of one person. All of those things, D12, Shady Aftermath, all go back to Eminem. This one person. And as big as he is, that's cool. But you're not there for them. You're there for him. Similar to originally how I thought TDE was until I started delving more into it. Originally how I got into TDE was literally because of Kendrick. I was like, yeah, TDE is cool, but I'm here for Kendrick. It's once you actually
Justin,
like,
stop beating the table, bro.
Yeah.
Four mics picking up.
Yeah, it's just
once you
like,
get
Donkey Kong.
shut up.
Hey, that's what it sounds like.
once you take the time and listen to one, the individual artists in that group, also to that, those individual artists can go pound for pound with Kendrick.
Literally,
Everybody in Shady, not Shady, everybody in what do you call it?
TD.
Slaughterhouse.
Can't go pound for pound with him. That's
Well,
I don't know.
There's an argument.
Slaughterhouse fans will argue that because based off what I've been hearing from but Joel Ortiz, we know he can spit.
Joel
Crooked Eye can
Ortiz. That's
spit.
no question.
Royce obviously can spit. And then who am I forgetting?
Yellow Wolf.
Yellow Wolf is not.
some people can say Royce is better than him. Some people can say that.
I could see that argument.
It's Royce.
Crooked Eye, Joel, Joe Budden, M.
That's it.
It's four. No, M's not at Slaughterhouse.
Ain't no-
They can sign to him. M's not in there.
That's it. Okay, that's the whole group.
And out of that, the biggest name in that is Royce.
Yeah.
Joel is second. Joe Budden's third. Crooked Eye's fourth.
Actually, no. Biggest name.
Currently
Joe.
is Joe Budden.
Joe.
Currently.
Current.
Joe,
Cool.
Royce, Joel, Crooked.
I mean, is Joe the biggest for a different reason? Just
He
because
is.
of his.
He is. But before, it was definitely, when it comes music-wise, it's
biggest
definitely
and
Royce.
best
Yeah.
is different. Biggest, Joe is just doing things. He's just made himself marketable outside of actually rapping. Joe doesn't, as of right now, Joe does not have to put out music to be relevant.
Yeah.
The other guys, they got to put out music, and
Not only that, Royce is putting out good music.
Royce is doing well.
Very well. So it's like, I'm not mad at, and I don't, and y'all might be able to disagree with me, but I'm not mad at anything that Royce has come out with so far. I'm not genuinely upset. Any features he's done, everything has been relatively solid.
No Royce slander from me.
Yeah.
Nah.
So
I'm interested to see how that album going to turn out with him producing it. Interested.
Yeah, definitely. But again, it goes back to still though. Absol, you put Absol, Schoolboy Q, J-Rock, any of those names in the true four-headed dragon of it, they have like catalogs that are known, but they also, I guess you could say timing is different and promotion is different. That's the biggest thing.
I mean,
but
Q and Kendrick were like relatively making music around the same time, though.
J-Rock was the first one on TDE.
Yeah.
J-Rock was the first.
Then Kendrick.
Then Q, then Soul.
Yeah, and
I think those are swap. I think Soul was before Q.
Soul was before Q?
Yeah, I think Q was the last one. I think. I could be wrong.
Right, and then after that is Isaiah Rashad, Sir, SZA.
No, SZA was before.
you know
SZA
how,
was before?
Okay,
SZA
you know
was
how
before.
I found out about the majority of the TDE members? Off of royalty, like the Gambino mixtape.
Yeah.
That's literally how I found out about any of them. I knew Kendrick, but I didn't know what Top Dog Entertainment was until like I started researching those artists. And from there, I found out, well, no, I didn't find out like immediately, but like before I started like actually recognizing TDE as a whole collective, the person that made me realize that was Sir, like Inglewood Sir. Like when November dropped, when November dropped, you remember that, right? Because I legit hit you up like, yo, this.
Yeah, I wrote a whole thing on it.
This dude named Sir released like this dope album called November, and I'm all over that. And I've been like, and Sir has been like consistently my favorite Top Dog Entertainment artist to date.
Right.
That's high praise.
High praise.
For real.
Sir will be very glad to hear that.
Shout out to Sir.
Because
If you ever heard this.
he's in very great company.
I think Absol's only dropping one more album and he's done. Or he might not ever put out
You
another
and these
album.
dropping albums and
Yeah.
done is getting real. Now Absol's coming back.
Yeah,
He just dropped Flick It Up with Reason.
Yeah,
Reason dropped Flick It Up with
no,
Absol.
but like the thing is, Reason
Right.
got Absol out of the place where he was. Like he really did. Like because Absol
I saw
was
Absol in November briefly at
at the Vegas thing.
Day
right?
in Vegas,
yeah. So was Rashad. Yeah, he was
I
also
missed
there.
his set. I did catch Schoolboy Q and Kendrick, obviously.
Apparently, Rashad dropped some new shit.
I know.
Yeah,
I know. I'm so upset.
it was like, well, he didn't drop it for the online masses, but he like
At the
At the
yeah,
show.
at the
I
show.
heard, I did hear about
Yeah,
that.
I was like,
I'm so upset. I'm so upset.
but yeah, man, like that ought to be something. How was the festival, by the way?
Yeah.
The festival was amazing. I had a blast at Day in Vegas. Kendrick, Baby, Cole, Schoolboy, Tyler the Creator had probably the best set. Surprisingly, the Baby. Now the show was in Vegas. The festival was in Vegas. The Baby was like one of the Saturday headliners, kinda. But he, out of everybody, a packed lineup of artists, the Baby had the biggest crowd reaction. One of the biggest crowd reactions, like comparable to Kendrick and Tyler the Creator. Top three, in my opinion. That out in Vegas, they showed him that much love, and that's awesome for North Carolina.
He's energy. Like all the rest of them,
Him
they
and
have
Stunner
energy
Four
records, but the Baby's like pure energy. Like you can't like sit down when he's fucking steps on stage because the way his beats are made and the way he raps is like, yo, I got to get up and fucking shake.
But it's not just that. It's not just that. That's a big part of it. But I think people like him as a person. Like I think the reason the Baby is so huge right now is not just musically. I think people are buying into him as a personality. People
think,
like him generally outside of the good music he's making. We like seeing his videos outside. We follow him on social media, and he's doing content outside of that. He's making us laugh. He's getting in the camera, being conceited. He loves that he looked half decent, and he's cocky as fuck. Or and we just like him as a character.
Yeah, I think the best example of that is, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this, but like the Arts and Raps. That little podcast interview style session. He was on it, and like you can tell that he was really just feeling like just being himself.
Yeah,
just
and he was
very
just happy
present in the moment.
Yeah, and happy to
he
be
wasn't
there.
trying to like
Get
play
it
off
over with,
anything. Like he was just like, hey man, I'm here. It's kind of like how candid Nardwuar reactions are.
Yeah.
Like where you literally can't fake that kind of.
Yeah, it's like how do you
just
know
like,
this?
Wait. Yeah, that's literally how the baby is in
Shout
every
out to
situation.
Nardwuar.
Yeah, Nardwuar is one of the greatest.
I can't wait till that day happens.
He go pull out something. What is this picture?
I'm gonna be blown away.
It's gonna be a selfie from you in like 2011 in your bathroom
I gotta clear out
with a
everything
backwards
before that
backwards snapback and a flannel shirt with a
Sound
bow
like
tie.
Nardwuar because you just described the picture minus the bow tie.
The caption, Wavy Water.
It's PS4 tag or PS3, depending on what time period. Because I know you ain't no Xbox dude.
Of course not. Thank you for not disrespecting me.
How dare you? I'm an Xbox dude.
Sorry.
Well, apparently no one gives a fuck about our gaming preferences here. But we're gonna wrap this stuff up, gentlemen. Starting going counterclockwise. Drop social medias where people can reach you at. So.
Don't follow me, please, because I don't post anything. But if you do, you can follow me on Instagram at _JE Foster. And that's it. I don't get on Facebook. You can't have my Snapchat because I don't love any of you.
That's private.
I'm an artist and I want people to follow me and listen to the things that I have to say. Even outside of my music, I got some cool shit that might help you in life. You can follow me, G_Wavington. WAVINGTON. G_Wavington.
You want to get out your Snapchat too?
Nah, no snap. We just doing IG today.
Okay.
And listen to that Can't Be Life featuring DAC. You might hear it at the end of this podcast.
All right. So this is Damian Perry. You can follow me on IG at archived_by_DP, or you can follow my personal at the.maverick on the same platform. So yeah.
You got two?
Yeah, I got my personal. I got my photography and stuff.
You got a personal page and a thought page.
Oh, that's crazy! I thought you supported me. That's crazy.
I do support you.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
You
Check
follow-
it. I'm
did you
following.
follow-
Yeah, I'm following you.
You typing it in right now.
No, how?
What about the host? Where can they get to you, sir?
Yeah, yes, Dre.
First of all,
I ain't got you on the ground.
Yeah, you do. I followed you already.
I stand corrected.
But you can follow me at. But you can follow me on Instagram at RetroDre, ReTroD.R.E. You can follow me on Twitter at RetroDre_. On YouTube, ReTroD.R.E. That's where my music, my videos, some of my beats are located at. And if you want to follow the podcast on Instagram, it's d.z.n.podcast, and it's DZN Podcast on Twitter. And if you want to follow Zoe, it's young_Pluto08, and the homie Nas is nv.z_. That's the crew on Instagram. And we appreciate y'all for listening to us, coming out, doing whatever you got to do to get this knowledge dropped on your head tops, all of that great and good stuff. And have a great, successful day, life, evening, morning, whenever you listen to this.
Also, side note, before we close out, this dude don't follow me on Instagram.
Oh my goodness.
You don't
I wanted to do
Oh
a
my
side note too. I
goodness.
just want to
You
tell
don't
people.
follow me on IG.
2020 is a perfect time to start drinking almond milk. Stop drinking that cow shit.
Oh yeah. Also,
tired of
we
that.
doing public service announcements. Drink
your water. Shout out Mick Jenkins.
Don't do drugs. Stay in school because it's good for you. And shout out to my parents for giving birth to me.
And also, side note.
Shout out to all parents.
2 side notes. Almond milk is flavored water. Just a side note. Only reason I know because I drink it with my cereal, but not by itself. And
I'm not gonna agree with you. For me, it tastes like Lucky Charms.
It's water with flavored water.
Almond milk is not flavored water.
Yes,
actually,
it is.
If you have a juicer and you get almonds, you can make almond milk with your juicer.
Stop
now,
lying.
water does go into making almond milk, but water's in everything.
Flavored water. What's in milk?
Milk.
All right, I gotta go for real.
What's in milk? Pus.
I'm putting the headphones down.
Pus and
I'm putting the headphones
All
down.
right, guys,
I can't
that's the podcast. We've had a great time. Hopefully you enjoyed this.
Shout out to
conversation.
Jesus.
Wait, before we go, we have Can't Be Life by G Wavy and DAC. Is that correct?
DAC, dominate all corners. Shout out to my guy, DAC.
All right. Not a world premiere, but a world premiere on this podcast.
Premiere.
And this is the end of the DZN Podcast. We out.
Goodbye.